starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neal as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord.
The night of Founders Day Festival. The teenagers call it corny, but who dares admit his real feelings when he's 16? The older people just plain enjoy it, perhaps looking back to the years when they thought it was corny too, and secretly loved every minute of it. For Rodney Harrington and Betty Anderson Cord, the last moments of the festival are bittersweet, holding out the promise of their wedding, but refusing to release them from the memories of the past.
You hungry? You thirsty?
No.
How about taking a long, long ride and never coming back? What's the matter, Betty?
I hate New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
And I hate Founders Festival.
How about apple pie and mom? Oh, boy, you're serious, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, this is just a whistle-stop kind of celebration. I mean, can't hurt you. Why don't you just relax and enjoy it? Because we've been here before, isn't it?
Yes.
And because of me. The way I almost let you get away from me before.
I don't know, I can't explain it.
Betty, you know what this is? This is like a game, a scare game that the older members of the populace do to the young people every year. People like my grandfather and my father and some of the others. They do this. You know what they're saying? They're saying, this is your heritage. These are your roots, your tradition from which you can never escape. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Yes, I know, but the depressing thing is that I think that it's true. I've never gone very far from the last Founders Festival, or the one before that, or even the one before that. I remember being miserably down because I was pregnant.
Why bring all that up now?
It really did happen, didn't it? Or was it just a dream? Well, we did love each other very much then, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
I'll bet we broke the record for having the shortest marriage in history.
Why don't we think of all the miserable things we can?
But we've been here before, and I can't forget that.
But it was different. Oh, Betty, it's different this time. Different, excuse me, and much, much, much better. Founders Day Festival and no Founders Day Festival.
Hey, look, Norm.
Yeah, let's surprise him.
Tell them ketchup on the hot dog and no mustard and no relish.
No relish, what about onions?
No.
Hi, Mr. Carson.
Joe? Carolyn?
Yes, it's me, Mr. Carson. You don't approve, do you?
It's none of my business.
But you still don't approve.
Whatever happened to your mother? She was so all-fired anxious to get a Franklin stove. Now that I've got one, I couldn't get her on the telephone. Posted a card, but got no reply.
Mom has had a lot on her mind.
Oh, sure, I can understand that. Tell her no hurry on my part. Just that I thought she was anxious to get the beach cottage open for the summer. I suppose you're thinking about beach parties and wiener roasts and such.
No, I won't be here. About the stove, Mr. Carson. I guess Mom just forgot to cancel the order. Can it be sent back?
Well, it's no problem. They're hard to come by.
Well, I know she wouldn't want you to take a loss.
Well, with a big red sign on it that says sold, I'm still getting offers.
Well, you'd better take the next one.
Are you going somewhere on vacation?
Mom and I are moving away for good.
This summer?
Sooner than that. Whenever she and Dad can get a few things ironed out.
Oh, no. I'll be sorry to see you go. It's a downright shame.
Even that silly beach house. Daddy only bought it last winter, and now he's stuck with it.
Hi again. Who are you?
Thanks. This is nice.
Yeah?
My dad brings me down here all the time. We like the fresh seafood right out of the tub.
I like hot dogs.
My dad isn't living at home anymore. The big split.
Right.
You know, it's funny. You think you know all about people getting divorced. And then it happens to you. And your stomach turns upside down.
You got problems, huh?
I guess so.
Well, do me a favor. Keep them to yourself.
Was I whining?
No, but you're about to.
Sorry.
You know, I get a kick out of that old man out there.
Why?
Oh, he'd like to run me out of town.
What did you do? Swipe something off his counter?
Thanks. Well, let's just say that I gave him a bad time.
All right, let's just say that.
We're dying to know what happened.
Yeah, sure I am.
Well, let me tell you.
Do I have a choice?
I busted right into his store, ran right up to him, and demanded to know where Jill was.
Who's Jill?
No, that's not the point.
Then tell me the point.
You've got a lot of back-talking here, don't you?
Really? I didn't know that.
Anyway, I scared him so much that his mustache started to twitch. I mean, you should have seen it. He's been mad at me ever since.
What did you tell me that for?
Well,
I mean, it's really a dumb story.
put that hot dog down.
Where?
I mean, listen to me.
Go ahead.
Look, I decided to tell you a dumb story about that funny old man out there. I told you, and that's that. But I don't want any 8-year-old running around shooting her mouth off about it.
I'm 9.
What am I doing here?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm a mature, grown human being. I'm a father, you know that? Do you know that I'm a father? And here I am sitting in a parked car with a kid. I mean, I gotta be losing my mind.
How old are you supposed to be before you stop being a kid?
You really want to know?
I asked, didn't I?
Well, it depends on the person.
Do you have a pencil? I'd like to write that down.
You know, you're extremely sarcastic. I mean, very sarcastic.
What are you going to do with us kids?
I want to apologize.
For what?
For treating you like an 8-year-old.
9.
9. You're a big girl.
Yeah.
You're a big girl that's going to get treated like a big girl.
Oh. Who is it?
Dr. Rossi.
We don't need any.
I want to see the baby.
Visiting hours are from 3 to 4.
Come on, Jill, open the door. You can't afford any trouble.
That sounded like a threat.
Well, it was, in a way. I'm surprised you even respond to threats. Hello, Kelly. How are you?
Leave the baby alone. You're just here to spy on me so you can tell the judge that I'm unfit. Well, her diapers are dry, she's well fed, and she'll get a bath every night.
Yeah, but is she happy, huh?
You don't even have your medical bag. You're not here to examine Kelly, you're just snooping.
Jill, how much longer are you going to stay here?
It's none of your business.
You know, when the judge awarded you temporary custody of the child, he pointed out that you had to provide a good home. Now, this doesn't qualify. You know it doesn't qualify.
It's clean.
Yeah, but it's too small, much too small. And I don't like the smell of the stale air anyway.
I'll open a window.
You lose the baby, too.
Why?
Why? Because you haven't gotten a good job or a decent place to live or provided the proper person to stay with her while you're working.
I've got a good job with Eli Carson.
Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about when I say a good job. I mean one that provides a good salary. I mean, he can't even give you good pocket money.
I'm not going to be separated from my baby again.
That's nonsense, and you know it.
I can't tell you how thrilled I am you stopped by. Don't come again.
Listen, I just want to help you, that's all. It's not as though I was a total stranger, you know.
You're worse than a stranger. You're an enemy.
I'm related to the baby by blood.
You gotta be kidding.
I'm her uncle, and I want to help you. It's as simple as that.
You flipped. I heard every word the judge said, and not once did he mention anything about my going out and finding an uncle for Kelly. If that's what you meant.
I talked to Reverend Winter about you. He's looking for a secretary, and I made an appointment for you. I've known him for a long time. I think he'd be the right person for you to work for.
What's that supposed to mean? That I should do penance for my sins by working for some minister?
Look, here's his address. Take it and go see him.
Home sweet home. A day to remember.
Oh, it was corny and all that with the Puritan costumes and the Ferris wheel, but well, I sort of enjoyed it, didn't you?
I smiled a lot.
All right, come on, let's get some sleep.
You in your glory, weren't you, with all those ladies swarming about their dear young Reverend Winter. And this is his charming little wife, Susan, who worked so hard on our festival.
Well, you did work hard, and they were being genuinely grateful.
But I don't want their gratitude. It's just another rope tying us to this town forever. Hey, how many converts do you suppose we won over today?
Come on, let's go to bed.
Why don't you run up? I'll be along shortly. Hello, Stephen? Susan, did I get you up? Well, I just called to, thank you for the use of your house. Tell you that the lunch went brilliantly.
Good.
You dashed off so quickly, I didn't get a chance to tell you.
Well, it's known as a strategic retreat.
Coward.
Susan, where are you calling from? Are you at home?
Mm-hmm.
Your husband's there, isn't he?
No, he's gone to bed.
But you'll make sure that you let him know that you called me, won't you?
Stephen.
Won't you?
I merely called to say thank you, the answer to which is you're welcome.
You're welcome. You be sure and give him my best.
Are you still there?
Look, Susan, I find you very attractive. But you've told me you love your husband, so why don't you stop this nonsense and go to him and discuss your problems openly and frankly?
I'm glad you find me attractive.
I said a lot more than that.
And I heard you. Sleep tight.